Esteemed audience, speech is power. Speech is to persuade.
And that is why we use it on Kenya's #1 debate platform, the Great Debaters Contest. I am your host, Esperanza Kapanga.
And I am Chris Buru. Today's intellectual teams seek to ask us one simple question. Are there any advancements in technology destroying interpersonal communication?
Proposing this motion, we have Gitugi Girls High School.
And opposing this motion, we have St. Alexis Ruchu.
Proposer number 1, you have 3 minutes.
Now I'm in love with a guy. I'm in love with Albert Einstein. He says it very clearly that the day advancement in technology will destroy interpersonal communication, then the world will be full of idiots. Now forgive me, but it has begun. The world is filled with idiots. I'll give you a case of Bruce Jenner, a renowned person in the United States of America who changed his gender because of technology. Now, were it not for that technology, he would not have changed his gender. Now tell me, who is going to jeopardize the relationship they share with their children because of technology? Isn't that being an idiot? Simple, it is being an idiot. Because when Bruce Jenner did this, and he did it on the 25th of September and made it public. On the 26th of September, the daughter could not even look at the father in the eye because she was wondering, now he'll be doing, oh my God, my hair. That's what she was saying. Now how will we communicate? How will I get the fatherly advice? Because now my father has turned into a female. Tell me. How has that developed interpersonal communication? It is simple. It has destroyed interpersonal communication. I will also give another example of cyberbullying and cyber hacking. Now, this has been dated on the Daily Nation, 29th of May this year, that cyberbullying, cyber hacking brought about by technology has destroyed interpersonal communication. I know most of you are asking why, and I'll explain it. It's simple. Now, there's an example of a girl, a high school girl, who met a guy online, and they started dating, online dating because of technology. And now the girl was so much into the sweet vibes of this boy. And they started sending each other nude pictures. But one day the girl decides that enough is enough. This guy is adding no value to my life, and decides to end the relationship. Do you know what happened next? The boy still wanted the relationship. He still wanted the nude pictures. But the girl was not ready. So the boy decided that I will hack into this system, then post these same nude pictures from this girl. And then you know what happened? The parents cannot even look at the girl in the eye. The girl cannot even face the society. You want to know why? Because her moral life has been destroyed. I know she was immoral, but then does it give anyone the right to hack into any technology, to hack into any device so that they can prove their point? They destroyed the relationship of the girl with the parents, with everyone. Now, my name is Mwangi Vicky Mudhoni, and I am proposing a motion that states advances in technology are destroying interpersonal communications. I know you've been asking yourself, what is advancing? This is making progress from one stage to another. And what is technology? A scientific knowledge that is used in industries and interpersonal communications. Well, this is the way people share ideas through this is the way people share various ideas through technology. Now, with all those points I've given, it is clear that technology has destroyed interpersonal communications. I rest my case.
First proposer, you have 3 minutes for your submission.
Happiness Ann Kerigonjeru from the great St. Alexis Ruchu Girls High School, strongly opposing the motion that states advances in technology are destroying interpersonal communications. Now to my all-worthy proposers. How do you know that Bruce Jenner, who changed her gender, currently known as Caitlyn, has no interpersonal communication with the daughter? As a matter of fact, if you watch the E channel, and you watch the life of Caitlyn, she is more comfortable in her skin right now. She feels that she's living a better life than what she had behind her. Without further ado, technology. Technology is use of science to invent useful things. Advances, these are the progressions from what we have. Interpersonal is person to person, one-on-one. Communication is the passage of information. I strongly oppose the motion that states, advances in technology are destroying interpersonal communications. Just to state, currently, on Saturday, I happened to have the best Saturday of my life. Reason why? I got to witness my 70-year-old grandmother's birthday. She is in Canada, I'm in Kenya. The only way that our interpersonal communication was strengthened is by use of these advances in technology through the internet, through social apps like Skype. And with that, I happened to be part of a very memorable day to her. Meaning, advances in technology have actually done away with geographical locations as a limitation to communication. My dear proposers, we are told eyes that look are common, but eyes that see are rare. I want you to see the fact that advances in technology have actually improved communication. Take a look. Take a good look. We are here. People from home can actually see what we're doing. It's communication, and it's to our fellow students. So, my dear proposers, if I give you a fork and I give you a plate of chips, what would you do with it? Would you use the fork to kill yourself, or would you use the fork to eat the chips? Simple. Use technology in a good way. It won't destroy communication. It will improve it in ways you cannot imagine. Thank you very much.
Second proposer, you have 3 minutes for cross-examination.
Mr. Technology, Mr. Technology. Washira Masi Nyambura from the Gitugi Girls High School. Something was said about Bruce Jenner. Before the family accepted him, he was a man. Did you see in that same station about Caitlyn Jenner being the interpersonal communication between him and the wife being destroyed? The wife cried. The daughters cried. Why? I had a father, but now I have a mother. 2 mothers for that case. I have 2. The thing about communication between the geographical areas. This is whereby I ask, what about when there are internet hiccups? What shall you do? I ask. Food for thought. On to my first point. Inventions of firearms and ammunitions. If you have eyes, you can see the USA. If you have ears, you can hear about the cries that everyone has about people dying. Why? These firearms and ammunitions. And I will ask my honorable judges, is it better to stand in a public where men are carrying a grenade, or where there is no technology of making that grenade? I will better stand between a person who doesn't have technology rather than a person who is holding a grenade on their hand. Because why? At the end of it all, maybe I will die. Technology in medicine. My physics teacher used a book called the Kenya Literature Bureau, Form 4. And he taught me the 8th topic of physics. About what? The X-rays. And I will hearken unto your voices, the X-rays. When you use the X-rays 2 or more 3 times, it kills the body cells. Will I communicate to the people around me? I will not. I will be too weak, too tired, too thin. That's the only option. I will just be there, seated, crying, all alone. I cannot be able to speak to my mother. She will not be able to speak to me. Why? She's just feeling pity for me. So X-rays, go away from us. Therefore, the advances in technology are destroying interpersonal communication. I rest my case, the Gitugi girls.
Second opposer, you have 3 minutes for cross-examination.
Clothes don't make men. In the Caucasian chalk circle from Grusha Vashnadze, we learn that being a biological mother is not enough. It is something different from being motherly. As much as Caitlin, or Bruce if you may like, is not a father physically, he is fatherly from the inside. Anyway, just as a flower blossoms and we all admire its beauty, so are we here today to admire the beauty that technology brings us every day. Just as you can't argue with the fact that water flows downstream, is the same way that you can't agree to this motion that technology is destroying interpersonal communication. We bury Maureen Jockey from the St. Alexis Ruchu girls here to strongly oppose this motion that states advances in technology are destroying interpersonal communication. I'm sure that from most of you while you're at home, we saw these hashtags. Hashtag ifikie mzazi, hashtag ifikie pastor, even hashtag ifikie ancestors. Well, from a person who is a shallow thinker, you will only think of the negative side effects of these hashtags. Yes, it is true that they were trending through the internet, which is an advanced platform of technology. But look at the positive side. I have a friend, Hannah. Let's talk about Hannah. Hannah was captured in a picture with a friend smoking. She was not smoking. But when these pictures went viral, this demoralized her. And her mother was given a wake-up call. She had to be there for her daughter. She resorted to the same internet to get tips on how to advise the daughter on good parenting. And believe me, they worked. As we talk right now, Hannah is our current CU choir mistress. Clap for Hannah, please. Secondly, I don't get how you can come and stand here, how you can get the audacity to come and stand here and talk and kill technology through your words, and yet you're using the same technology to find tips on attacking it. I'm sure you're not from the United States, so yeah, you don't know Bruce or Clayton personally. You got it from the internet. This is information you're getting you're getting information on how technology in the medical sector can actually affect us. But look on the positive side. We are getting information here. This is interpersonal communication between you and the internet to be able to prove that to be able to socialize with the people out there. It is giving us tips on how to be friendly to people. Anyway, I'm not begging you to agree with me. No, not that. I'm trying to paint the picture brighter for you. Just look around. If it wasn't for technology, will we be here? Please answer me. No, we wouldn't be here. Great Debaters itself is a platform that is advocating for technology. We are passing information, which is clearly interpersonal communication between us and the viewers at home. We are educating them on things that affect us daily. Things that affect you, things that affect me. The grass is green on our side. Please cross over.
The proposers have been asked, with regards to their points on grenade manufacture, how does that affect interpersonal communication skills? The opposers, on the other hand, have been asked, if technology does not affect interpersonal communication skills, then what does? Proposer number 3, you have 3 minutes to answer the question.
To answer the question, yes, if the grenade is made, sure, I would not want to to interact with such kind of a country because I don't know, any minute, any time, they might come and attack me. From the Gitugi Girls High School, I'm Washira Rudhwangoi. Advances in technology are destroying interpersonal communication. Yes, let's look. We have the safe abortions. We had this issue that due to the technology, they have invented the safe abortions. They are using a drug called Medabon, which is illegal, and it is known that it destroys. Yes, they are calling it safe, but it is destroying the woman's body parts. Yes, it will come out with the womb. When we do abortion, very well we know that abortion is illegal in our country. It is not allowed. It is killing a life. And for the Christians, in the Bible, we are told in a commandment that do not kill. Even for the Muslims, they are told that in their Quran, that killing is not allowed. So, where does this technology is trying to kill young lives that would be the future generation? Let's take this instance. Our father was expecting a child who would bring happiness to him, a child who will bring a change to his family. Now, look, we have this technology. It has made the child dead. The father loses hope and will find that the families will break. Why? This is because the mother and the father will quarrel. The mother will be told, you made the child die. Yet the father was waiting for the child. Hence, it will create distractions and troubles between the father and the mother. Hence, it will destroy the interpersonal communication. On to my second point, we have that this technology is hindering socialization. These days, people are working from their houses. People are working from their homes. When I work from my house, when will I ever go out there, interact with people, know what people like and what they hate? It will hinder my social skills. Example, we have this young girl called Egla, or this young boy called John. She's ever in the house. She never gets out there to interact with people. She doesn't have time to know what do people like, what do people hate, what do people expect from me. The time that she will go out there to the people, she will find it difficult to express her thoughts to the people. She may even find herself going against the people's expectations. Why? She has always been in the house. Her social skills are poor. She's not able to communicate with the people. Hence, it will create a distraction between her. Her interpersonal communication with the people will be destroyed. So, my fellow counterparts, may you join me and let's propose this motion that states that advances in technology are destroying interpersonal communication. I rest my case.
Kadupuza, you have 3 minutes to respond to your question.
My dear, you don't know what is affecting interpersonal communication? Well, I'm going to tell you. It is us as people who are destroying it. When you are being given hot coffee, don't burn yourself with it. Drink it, feel warm. Just as the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, it is evidently useless to argue with the fact that advances in technology are promoting communication. Jessica Michelle from the great St. Alexis Ruchu Girls High School strongly opposing the motion that states advances in technology are destroying interpersonal communication. Let me enlighten you a bit on a story written by a renowned writer, Joe Kamau, in one of his articles known as Outstanding. I personally picked the bit about a young, great, intelligent girl, 17 years of age, like most of us. Who lives in Pakistan. At the age of 11, this young girl was wise. She felt the pain that the people in her community were actually inflicting on her. By this I mean the girl child in their community was actually being discriminated upon. They weren't given ample education. So Malala took advantage of the internet And she used it to write letters to the BBC officials informing them about the challenges that the girl child was going through. I actually remember there was this time Malala was shot 3 times in the head. Lucky enough, she didn't die. So the BBC officials, being human enough, like all of us, felt compassion for her. And they took a step. By taking a step, I mean they sponsored her education. And so, my point is, the internet, as one of the advanced technologies, was used to build up the interpersonal communication between Malala and the BBC officials, and also from the BBC officials to the schools where the girls were to be admitted. And so, by all this clear piece of evidence, I strongly oppose the motion that states advances in technology are destroying interpersonal communication. And remember, the grass is greener on the other side. Thank you.
Proposers, you have 1 minute for a final submission.
I love the fact that this platform was created to enhance sustainable development goals. But we're talking about safe abortions, which have been brought about by the same so-called technology. Now, SDG number 3 looks to ensure good health and well-being of people. Tell me, when technology is promoting death through abortion, are we enhancing any SDG? Of course not. We aren't. So, to my fellow counterparts, it is useless to argue with law. It is useless to argue with things that have been set aside for us. Or why are laws created? Don't tell me to be broken. No, it is to ensure your well-being, your well-being, your well-being, the well-being of everyone, including those unborn children. So let us not go against the law by killing, because that's killing. And let us not argue over something that is factual. We want to promote sustainable development goals, SDG number 3. So let us promote them. Let us not destroy them. I rest my case.
Proposers, you have 1 minute to make a final statement.
I don't understand how abortion and interpersonal communication relates. But my dear, as we said, when I give you fork and a plate of chips, don't use the fork to kill yourself. Use the fork to eat the chips. My dear listeners, I love to give 2 seconds to every one of us. And if you feel that technology is bad, throw away your phones. Shut down the cameras and let's go home. None has done so. My dear proposers, in this cold season, a lot has been said. A lot has been told to you on how technology has actually improved interpersonal communication. So in this cold season, I love to urge you to wake up, smell the hot green tea, take the tea, and remember, the grass is always greener on the other side. Let the flower of technology blossom. Thank you very much.
Let me go straight to the motion. Advances in technology are destroying interpersonal communication. To Gitugi girls, when we are talking about the quality of human interaction, for example, I can ask you, some of you are on social media. How many number of friends do you have on Facebook? And how would you say the quality of your friendships are with all those thousands, for example? Some of them are just friends because they are your neighbor's friend. You have never even said it. Is it because you've seen them, or a church fellow, or somebody you go to somewhere together? But there's no relationship probably that you can really accredit to. So to you, Gitugi, who are proposing this motion, you are telling us that this has really destroyed interpersonal communication. And I want to go straight to what Ruth spoke about. Ruth spoke about people working from houses. They are no longer now interacting with humans. I mean, and she gave a very good example. And she said that this is killing social skills. Then Ruth again said that there's a mother-child relationships that is being destroyed. Now that's interpersonal communication. That's why for us, Ruth, you really scored very high when it comes to that. Mercy, and first of all of you are great speakers. You are confident speakers. And so for those elements of speaking and presentation skills, we give you the marks as they're supposed to be given. To St. Alexis, good rebuttal. Yes, you're saying that technology is really working towards improving this. And I would like to give you an example. Some of you maybe after high school you're going to go to university, and maybe it's not a university that is just neighbors to your home, all right? But how does technology then enhance and ensure that your relationship with your parents or with your loved ones is still close, all right? So probably you could have told us that this advantages. This technology is still enhancing and making sure that I can make this. We have seen them advancing. From phone calls now, you can even relate with people maybe on Skype and the likes, and you can see them. And this non-verbal and verbal cues are still communicating. You can tell when they're sad and not, all right? So those could have been examples to tell us that technology is really enhancing. I think there's even a latest one that I saw where people can even feel people. I don't know whether you have read about that, but you should have told us more.
Gitugi Girls High School, the judges saw it fit to award you 69%. Let's appreciate them. St. Alexis Ruchu, you managed to garner 68%. A round of applause for both teams on stage. Congratulations to Gitugi Girls. To St. Alexis Ruchu, losing the battle today is just finding a different way to win the war tomorrow.
You could not have said it better, Speranza. To our debaters, the debate may be over, but the conversation still continues across our social media platforms. The hashtag is GDC. For SDGs, we'd like to encourage each and every school to implement at least one sustainable development goals, not only in your schools, but also your communities, to make Kenya a better place.
We would also like to appreciate our sponsors, Blaze by Safaricom and Brand Kenya Board, for facilitating this. I have been your host, Esperanza Kapanga.
And I am Chris Boru. Catch you next time.